let that cord hang just ever so much longer. Hey, welcome to Flying with Mike. I wasn't certain we'd get a stream in today. So we're going to try and get one in where there's some storms, hopefully. We thought that last night. I mean, they were booming all around us. Uh-oh. We have the little one over. Some issues that we are, and I just heard her crying, so. Okay, I think she's settled. All right, but anyway, we're going to get this at least, we have about an hour or so flight planned, and hopefully we'll see some storms with the A319 beta, excuse me, in front of us. We are sitting in Cologne, Germany. There has been a lot of weather over here in England and just Europe in general. And really, there has been some pretty intense storms through Germany. We're hoping they aren't dying off. It's like 10, 11 o'clock over here. So it might be like last night when we flew the King Air and Zippo, yet Hawker was on with us up north of us. He's getting drenched. Okay, I give. If we don't find anything today, which you'll see here in a moment, I'm going to give up looking for it. So now we are on VATSIM. It is winding down here in Europe, winding up in North America. A couple of big events going on over there. But the action's over here, weather-wise, so we'll give it a try. There's only one other place I can try. That's the Far East, or Far East? Yeah, Hong Kong, um, China, Taiwan, Manila, Singapore. You're pretty well got a good shot at seeing it. Maybe the west coast of Africa, so. All right, enough of that introduction. Hey, welcome to Flying with Mike, if I didn't say that already. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all who come out for the streams. We sure appreciate you. All right, so let's get into cockpit, and then we're going to bring up what we hope is going to be.
It's 455 departing at 23 left.
All right, we'll turn that down for you all. For me, I'll have to endure it. All right, but we're going to bring in some toolkit. All right, yeah, that's the best one. We are headed down into this blob. Hang on, I hear her again. Something's not right. Something may have to change. All right, bear with me a second. I do apologize for this. Just waiting for my wife to reply. While we're waiting, though, you can see what we're trying to fly into and along the way. Along the way, if we see it, great. If we don't, great. We should see it in Munich. So we're in, like I said, Cologne, Germany, and we're headed to Munich in southern Germany. So just before the Alps, the Alps. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Stand by. Okay, I actually physically made sure all was okay down there. All right, again, my apology for all of this. Sorry, the little one does take priority over the streams. So, all right, so again, we're headed to Munich. We have centers up, I think. One says I do, one says I don't. And but we do have stuff at the moment in Munich. But again, realize it's getting very late in the evening there in Germany. Huh, a little out of breath. So let's take a look while we're here at the loadout. 25,960 pounds, 118 people. Wait a minute. Oh, that's right. So yeah, 118 people. I don't know what I'm gonna have to double check what I loaded. Block fuel, we've got 12,000 pounds on, and I didn't double check when we loaded. Doggone it. We'll try to get this right. 3-1 right for departure, 2-6 left into Munich. Yeah, I think that'll work. And then you can see the route. Cost index 30, 23,000 feet for a flight of 282 miles. Yeah, I'll go with that. We might get a little higher if there is no center. Weather, 210 at 9 here in Cologne. That's an odd number for our runway. But clear visibility, okay. Okay, maybe he doesn't stick his head out the window much. I don't know. Or sim toolkit with SimBrief is mistaken. Okay, down in Munich, we do have an ATIS. We'll get to that in a minute. The winds are variable. It's clear and visibility, okay? What? Oh, like I said, thunder shower in progress. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, how they come up with these things. Anyway, they are laughable. Hang on a second. I am going to get my phone in a better position to read. There we go. So 2-6 left, 2-6 right for the ILS landings. And they're saying 270 at 7. Now I'm starting to believe you more. Visibility 7. Really starting to believe you more. Heavy thunderstorm with hail and rain. MI St. Clouds. I'm not sure what missile thunderstorm clouds. So, yeah, if we were coming in right now, that would be fun. We're not. This, I believe more than this. Sorry. Really take their ATIS more than what they're spewing on the METAR. All right, let me show you something here that you can do with a SimBrief. Let's view our flight. And what I'm going to do mainly, first off, we had a big question yesterday. I forget when it popped, if it was the Chicago flight or the Mid-America flight. While I get a cup of coffee. Hang on a second. About his routing. Now, we're not going into that same airport, but I want to, if he's able to, or at least we'll see it on the video when it releases in a day or two. you're looking at our flight plan. Here we are coming down the approach. At the end, we get here, and then it shows a line there. What this fix is, and this line is, we have an approach to put in to close it out. Now, you can't do that on, well, I think you could. Let me just make sure before I... No. No. Okay, can't do it on this chart unless it's hiding over here. Actually, maybe I could. You could put your, if you have NavGraph charts, you could open up and do things with them. I don't. I'd save it for the actual program. So again, that's what this leg was that made you, you know, what is this? Why am I going way over? That's starting an approach. So whatever approach you had selected, from, in our case, MIQ, we're going to, in essence, wrap around into 26 left's ILS. Okay. So just wanted to, one, point that out. Two, let's bring up the weather radar on here. So that is what Sim Brief is painting. This is the hail maker. Hopefully we'll have some of this on the radar when we get close. Panning back, hopefully, not promising. But yeah, that is the closest we're going to get. Now, I did think about coming out of Vienna towards it, or maybe out of, you know, south here. But I figured, you know what, he had the question. This will, you know, at least, you know, be able to help in two fronts. Now, I could leave this turned on. I'm just going to shut it off. But anyway, yeah, that gives you an idea what we're looking at, hopefully. Okay. All right. Let's get rid of Sim Toolkit and get to work so we can try and get in there with that thunderstorm. All right. So basically, we're just basically powered up. Hang on a second. No, it's not that one. Wait a minute. I know there's another one. Hang tight. Really? There we go. Start turning these things down. We don't do a lot of, hang on. Turn the flood off. A lot of night flying here. I have a lot of questions for ToLiss. Not sure who to ask as of yet. But all right, I think there we go. All right, I think we're ready. Do a quick light check. All is well. By the way, that dot is a floodlight. Which one? That one. Which I think goes off with this switch. Let's see. Nope. Thinking with the pedestal. Okay, that's better. Actually, yeah, that's perfect. That is what I been looking for a while. Let's get back up here. Turn the... All right. For now, we'll have the dome light on while we do the basics. Okay, so let's see where we are on this. We're loaded. I'm going to go ahead, fire up ACARS. If I don't, I might forget. That's why. Friendly player, hello. I was just talking about you. I didn't want to mention your name unless you popped in here. Hang on a second. about your flight, talking about how that leg went in the wrong direction towards your airport. I'll show you on the leg we're doing here. Give it a second. I'm waiting on ACARS to pick up my flight. There we go. Millennium. Dun, 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 dun. All right. And, oh yeah, got to do it this way. Heaven to Betsy, we do it the easy way. There we go. All right, let me show you a real quick. Sorry, folks, we're going to back the truck just a little bit up. I didn't expect you to pop in as late as it is. Oh, wrong button. Hate when I do that. All right. You can see what we got in Munich. That's why we're headed to Munich from Cologne. Let me bring up SimBrief. All right, so here we are going to be coming down this line. Top of descent isn't going to be there, folks. Hate to break it to you. But then we're going to head over to MIQ. Now, you had it similar in nature where then it went straight to the airport, which is wrong. Yours might be slightly different. Don't, let's not quibble over that. But what that is this is part of a terminal arrival route. Then we're going to tack on to here our either intermediate or ILS setup. So that's what's not showing here. Now, it will eventually on NavGraph's charts program I use once we decide what we're going to fly. But I just wanted to show you that leg coming out here to MIQ on mine, then down to the airport. That's all it is. That's going to be my last fix before my setup for the ILS. That really cracks me up. Clear and visibility okay with thunderstorms on the airport. Oh, you gotta love it. Hope that made sense. All right, let me get going here because we're kind of short on time with the little munchkin here. It's been one of those kind of days. So let's see, get rid of this. The good thing is I'm happy with the lighting once I turn the dome off. Okay, so we've got ACARS running. Let's get the fuel pumps. Oh, you're flying right now for UPS. Awesome. Love hearing that. Okay, fuel pumps are off. Test. I will still say I think the A330, at least 900. I don't know about the 330, 300. Having the one fire test button for both, and then of course the APU on its own. All right, all fire alarms are working, lights are set, and we can kick the APU on. Clear. Visibility okay. I love that, K-Bach. Oh, good. Hope UPS takes you aboard and you get some good training in. Maybe it will inspire you to head to the next level and try and get a private pilot's license or the equivalent thereof in your country. Too expensive. There are ways. Believe me, I understand the word too expensive, hence why I have a private pilot's, but I unfortunately didn't proceed on decisions I made way back when that unfortunately now make it too expensive for me. Okay, flap open. Let's get that thing started up and we can get the rest of this going. Okay. All right, speed brakes down, flaps are up and showing up. Okay, back up to the top. Cockpit lights, probe heat, waiting on it to say available. In the meantime, well, actually, I would like for it to say it before I move on. Air conditioning panel all white, good. Gens 1 and 2 show fault because they're not running of no fault of their own. Oh, bad pun. Electrical panel will be good here in a second. There's the avail, there's the bleed. And everything looks good. Electric panel now looks good, other than the 2 fault lights and the ventilation. Okay, let's start them up. IRU 1, 2. Yeah, I know. I don't get it why Airbus counts this way. 3. I'm going to venture to guess 1 on the left, 2 is on the right, 3 is in the center. So they're orientating with engines and pilots and so forth. But it is a funny way to count. 1, 3, 2. Didn't you know that's how it goes? Just like ACB. A good old Michael Jackson song for those who may remember him. All right, coming down. Let's get this show rolling. All right, let's bring SimBrief in, shall we? I'm sorry, charts. All right, if you have a SimBrief account, guess what? You can import it. If you have your flight saved. All right, we'll put the weather on again and we'll go, oh, please stay there, thunderstorms. Okay, they're starting to push, so we might catch them on radar, we may not. We'll see. We'll leave the radar on. We'll turn the networking on. And for now, we'll center the map where we are. Okay, what we need to do right now is get some coordinates. Let's see where we're hiding. Okay, you know what? I'm going to have to do this. Come back to it. Okay, with this, you've got actually the airport chart right in the aircraft. We're in Bravo 17. So when we go to the coordinates and stands, we just look up. Did I do the right one? Oh, parking stands. I'm sorry, I did the wrong one. Chords. There we go. We're in B17, so that will be 50. Okay, let's get going here. 4 to 10. That's good. 25. Init. Init request. Again, SimBrief account can be tied in through the ISCS program that ToLiss has. For each aircraft, read the manual because there is a little couple of things you need to decide for yourself in there. Okay, so that all looks good. All right, so we're at 52.6. All right. $50, 52.6 north by longitudinally 07074. before I click align on that, 50, 52.6, 707.4 east. Perfect. Aligned. Requesting winds. Return. Clear. All right. Now it's saying flight level 230. I think we could squeeze it up a little higher, but I think that's the smart cars is really scary. It can be. I try to only start smart cars there, friendly player, once the aircraft's loaded, unless I'm flying for a military outfit where, well, we can refuel in flight. So, so I don't worry about it as much. All right, let's go. I skip a step here and go straight to here. Weight and balance, 110. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's reset the current. How about that? 116. That is way off. Let's see what we're supposed to be. 1159. That's what we are. 1159. We'll take it. 28.6. Oh, wait. Can we get down? No, we can't. No, we can't. We'll just leave it. We're at 11.7. What? Why does it only show 11,200 for fuel? Hang on. It's 11.7. I'm kind of confused here. Our fuel level shows lower than it shows correct here. Technically, it should have been 12, but let me do something. We'll go with it. That's weird. That wasn't even our original load. Oh, come on, Sim, please. Oh, I see why. There we go. All right, let me add some fuel here. If it will let me. It may not. I want it at 12,000. Okay, we're going to go up a little. Maybe. It's neat how it tells you it's refueling. And now if you look out the window, you'll actually see the truck leave. Then we come back and it won't be refueling. All right, now let's reset. There we got the right numbers. Okay. 116.07. We might be able to get closer, but we'll stay there. 28.6 is good. Let's just go 116 diagonal 28.6, and we're going to go 12. It's still not a lot of fuel. Okay, well, Is it showing? Yeah, we'll have to look at things a little tighter. I don't know where things are starting to mess up. Okay. With that, we're done. So we'll come back. Dial down to 40. Go to plan. All right, we're going to go to F plan. All right, now let's get back to work. All right, we're on charts. I know you didn't see a whole lot of that, and I kind of apologize, but you guys with with NavGraph charts, no. All right, no, we don't click that X. All right, back to flight. So we're taking off 3-1 right, KUMI 1 Bravo departure to KUMIK, and that looks like this. 3-1 right, kind of loops itself around. Okay, so all we do over here, oh, that is not good. -6. Whoa, something's in here wrong. The destination is not 6,300 miles. Hopefully that'll pan out better when we fill in the blanks. Okay, 3-1 right, KUMI 1 Bravo, transition none, correct? Delta X, yeah, that's perfect. Insert. Ah, look at that. Now we have fuel. Wow, we actually had fuel to go 6,300 miles? Holy mackerel. That's incredible. Wow. Okay, so I'm just tracking. Okay, so 34, 35, 31, 38. PODIP, and then KUMIK. All right, we'll get back to this chart just real quick. Initial climb clearance 5,000. There is no ATC, so we shouldn't have to worry about that. All right, now after that, KUMIK, Big Sioux, TIGZA, sorry. And then we'll just we're just gonna look at the map down here as I clicked out of it. And HAREM. There's most likely our top of descent at DKB. Let's get caught up here. Where is DKB? Right there. Okay. And then we descend in on the ROKIL 1 Bravo. Looks like this, which, by the way, that is actually not our final fix. Hang on. It's right here. Our ROKIL goes to MIQ. Then we set up our arrival. So let's do that. And I did not mean to do that. Hang on. All right, so we got a discontinuity to clear and arrival. Per the VATSIM, ILS approach 26 left, 26 right. So I would prefer 26 right. I'm going to come back when I land. Gotcha. Hey, I don't blame you. All right, so there we go. 26 right. Okay, we're going to be on the ROK 1 Bravo. All right, now this is where things get a little tricky over here. We said 26 right. ROKIL transition for the 26s. Is there one for the MIQ? MIQ. All right, let's look at this chart, shall we? All right, so basically we work off of, for the ILS, if we do the MIQ, we're just going to go right over to it and then follow the 106 into the runway. We're going to one more time check the ATIS. Frankfurt will sometimes tell you which one. Runways in use. Nope, they're not doing that here. Okay, so go back, go to approaches available. We're looking for Rock 1 Bravo. Okay, well, we'll just MIQ. Let me take a look at one more possibility. Where is 26 right? There it is. All right, so we're going to do the Waco B, Landu to Bravo, transition to the arrival, which is very, very weird because it really doesn't show up. All right, well, we'll make things happen like we always do. So that is the LAN. How come I don't have a via LAN? I'm just going to go mic. I'm not playing with it anymore. Okay, and we'll bring it in as best we can. Wow. The good thing is traffic is slowly coming down. Okay, there we go. All right. See how this program comes in handy. Without ATIS, there isn't a lot of help there. So, but again, we're going to have to rely on centers helping to get us prompted right. So we get in there. All right, that sets the charts and all in motion. We'll just finish this up. Looks good. And MIQ is our missed approach fix for the hold. Back to EDM, off to Nuremberg, I believe. Yes. Okay, there. F plan, back to the beginning. NavRad puts us back on an ILS if needed, and our perf page. Let's get this bird in the air. I've been on the ground too long. Man, why is it not picking up winds? 220 at 9. Okay, temperature 16. And that translates to 1013. That's right. And we'll keep everything as is. And how long? 12,000. That should be enough to do that. It is. There we go. Flaps 1, flex 67 degrees. We can set V1 between 108 and 136. Rotate at 136. If we lose an engine after V1, the safety speed, we can climb out to our engine out acceleration altitude. At this point, 1,200 feet, but I'm doing a quick black box check. EDDK. There we go. All right, we'll climb up to 1,900 feet, and then, sorry. And then we'll continue on. We'll get this in a minute. All right. Let's uplink. Anything need to change? I can't remember. Uh, 1013. Okay. 1013. 220 diagonal 9. Flaps 1, so we'll request. I think I hit received instead of. All right, there's our uplink. Click received, clear. All right, if we go toga, these are our numbers. We'll flex 67, 136, 136, 138. That all looks good. Trim 1 on flaps, up 04. Perfect. Insert 1, 3, 4. Only reason I like to drop it down just a notch so I can see the different notches there. Black box 711 site has us 1310 by 2, 1310 diagonal 1310. There's my by 2. Over here we said 31 right, 1900 feet. All right, normal climb out at 1,310 feet. You're going to get the flashing climb, whatever, climb. We pull the throttle back to climb limits. If we lose an engine, we go to 1,900 feet. We should get the same indication and then pull back to climb. The aircraft will nose off. We let it accelerate while we decide what, get prepared to bring it back to the airport. Engine out, we're coming back. All right, and there you go. Transition level. We'll leave it at 5,000. Let's get to work and get going, shall we? All right, first thing I'm gonna start doing is get rid of the caterers. All right. Now we're gonna get rid of. Actually, hang on. APU available. Let's come off. On and Okay, we're off external power. All right, we are ready to go. And if you're ever wanting to take it to that next level and have all of that in, here's a link to Blackbox's great website. In Europe, you can pretty well bet you'll probably find your airport. In the US, you may or may not. There's a lot in there. There is a way to look at the list to see if it's there or not. Just type in the ICAO 4 character identifier for your airport, click enter, and hopefully it's in there and you'll get a little bit more data. No charts, just airport data. All right, we are in essence ready to go. Let me get some things back where they belong. All right. ACARS is running. We're on VATSIM. Take a quick look outside. And I don't know about you, but I'm ready to go fly with Mike.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I want to go. Hang on. Delete. There we go. I just go here.
Ground to cockpit. Toes driving up.
Okay, doors closed, slides armed. Seatbelts on. All right, final things we need to get
Okay.
in order.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
LS constraints, VOR, 40, 40. I'm going to drop to 20 on this side for departure. And we're going to go to 23 with the expectation of a climb. Okay, I think we're just anti-skid, nose wheel steering on. Transponder set. And radar is still off. Door locked. Here we go.
Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Brake off.
Starting pushback, and you may start the engines.
Nice, 300 feet a minute. That is awesome. Just in time. Yep, that would be a reason for a master caution. Okay, we got ignition, and there we got light off. Okay.
Operation complete. Please set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, available 3-minute warm-up. Okay, engine mode set and APU bleed off. Ground spoilers to arm. Reset the trim, rudder trim that is, and flaps pitch trim. We want, I thought it was
Tower is
04.
disconnected
Yep.
and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. I'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Okay, and finally, all right. All right, moving on up, the nose wheel light will come on lapse time running. And we'll get this one set over here on the first officer side to flight plan. Brakes, flight controls checked, auto brake max, terrain, radar will come on at the runway, and we're ready to taxi. Cologne traffic, Lufthansa 1948, taxi to 31 right. Correction, Lufthansa 1985. All right, how are we gonna get there? Let's see. Oh, we'll just go up to Echo and all the way down. Or actually, all the way up to Alpha and then all the way down. Oh, no. All right, LS set, ready to go. All right, we'll come down Alpha all the way to Alpha. I guess it's taxi. Whoa, get your plane back on there. Okay, terrain radar. Whoa. On. Boy, she really likes to pull. That or there is uneven concrete here. Sounds like airfield maintenance needs to get to work. All right, we're set. Awesome. Nice. Sounds like everything's good. Hope everything goes well with the airline. Great job, friendly player. We're about to get out of Cologne for Munich. Says about 37 minutes from our current location. We'll see. Check the site, see if you've been approved. I don't know how their ACAR system works. I know the one for Millennium with Smart Car 3. Hang on. Okay. Automatically files it. So check it, see if it's approved. Yep. Okay, so if you're on Smart Cars 3, go to the site and look for your flight or your place on the roster and see if they accept, if it's accepted. It should be. I can't imagine they're that tough. Even a tough airline like Virtual American, that would have been no problem. From what you're telling us, so, which I have no reason to disbelieve, so. But congratulations, welcome to the virtual airline world. I would stay with just one for now. Get used to planes that you like, get familiar with them, and realize those currency rules, they're automatic. They no longer are governed by humans. Saying, well, he's flown this in the past. We can keep them. At least that's what I could do when I had VAs. Today, they are automated, and you don't fly the required flights at the right date, it kicks you. It kicks you into probably inactive and whatever the rules they have in place off the roster and so forth. All right, I'm getting tired of flying at night. Wonder what those boxes are around. Limit of ground competencies. Okay, what the heck does that mean? What they can see? I don't know. Huh, interesting on the chart. right, Cologne traffic, Lufthansa 1985 will be departing 31 right. KUMIK a 1 Bravo departure. Okay, final checks. Engine mode will keep in ignition. We'll keep the pack flow valve set to max, and or high flow, I think is what it actually says. Flaps are 5, spoilers are armed, brakes set for reject max. We're ready to go. Radars on. Yeah, I could have done Alpha 1. I've come into too many airports here of late where they won't let you do intersection departures. I don't know if it's because they're unaware of it or what, but like Los Angeles, man. Well, even this one, look at the longer taxi into the area here. It's a 12,500 foot runway, and I don't think we're that high above sea level. Okay, nobody coming in means we are headed out. Okay, we're rolling. Now she's pulling the other way. 80 knots, 100 knots, hand off the stick or throttles, and V1. Gear up. Oh, ground came up. Well, you guys could have, like always, pinged me. Guess they don't like that. Sorry, I don't monitor. I don't watch for what comes up. I got enough to worry about right in front of me to worry about what is up and running. right, I think we're good there, and let's go ahead and put the I think we can do that till we hit the ramp. There you go. We're in night lighting in here and on our way up. There's 5,000 going to standard. So I hope y'all's Monday went well. We're airborne. We'll get you an ETA here in 1 second. So we'll see how that all pans out, and if we can see the weather that's over Munich. Actually now beginning to push eastbound out of it. So we'll probably miss it. I got no centers. How about that? How's Munich? Oh man, there's nothing out here. Wow. Well, again, it is to their defense after midnight, so I get it. Same thing happens here. Nope, I don't see the airport out there. And right there is the main reason why I don't like flying at night. I like approaching because you can see things a lot better, but you can't really see anything of any value. Usually you could see the, oh, there's Cologne behind us. But again, it's just, you can't really, I get it, real world, real times, I get all of that. That's where, oh, hopefully he's not going to hit me. He's not on TCAS, so I ain't too worried. Let's go to 40. And I'm going to tell you right now, I am not seeing any signs of thunderstorms or, well, I got some clouds. Let me rephrase that. I got some clouds right ahead of us. But that is not the main event we're hoping to catch. We'll see, though. Now, if we could only get the interior lights, that is probably one of the few things right now I like about Flight Factor and their A320 is the controllability of the lights in the cabin. Zibo, much the same way. When will I land? Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 30 minutes or so, whatever it takes to get to Munich. So, like I said, I know it's late over in Europe, so hence why there's no ATC. So yeah, we got about 40 minutes or so to get there. But hopefully we'll run into some weather around the Munich area. But I am kind of ready for some new challenges. I'm kind of tired of trying to chase weather that's not showing up on this radar. Well, let's try something. Why, I've got it right at my fingertips. That's Frankfurt, I'm pretty sure. All right, where the heck am I on here? Oh, there I am. Yeah, that's Frankfurt. All right, my map. Okay, nothing showing between us and Frankfurt. So that's not good. Okay, we're leveling off at 23,000. All right, 26 right is still our preferred runway, even though it looks like about a 1 knot tailwind. We'll take it. And then, oh yeah, where are we gonna park there while we got time? Taxi, parking stands. You know what? I don't know. Let's see. What do they mean? Parking stands west. (10.9b) or C. Okay, B is going to be over here, C over here. We'll go with C. And I don't know, we'll pick something in the eastern side of the airport. Don't know where Lufthansa parks. (232 miles out, top of descent 140. Flight attendants haven't turned the lights down yet. I know you can do it from down here. Hang on a second. Oh my, it's dark back there. They can sleep for, what is that, about 30 minutes? And then we'll be in the neighborhood, knocking on the door. Yeah, I'm not showing. Any kind of weather. We're getting ready to go over some, through some, just not seeing anything yet. We'll have to wait till the other side of Frankfurter. And Munich, it's already done. Yep, we missed it. Of course. Yeah, we got some clouds at least. Well, dang it. Oh wow, we actually got Polish Center up. Oh, what's the name of the country? Czech Republic? Has something up in approach. We're not going to be anywhere near them. Right now, I don't think anybody's going to be in the pattern with us there at Munich. All right, let's be nice to them. Weather didn't pan out, so we'll let the seatbelt sign go for a little bit. All right, well, welcome aboard Flying with Mike. Today's flight is Cologne, Germany. It's a rather short one to Munich. This is all we're going to do today, folks. So just so you know, we're storm chasing again and failed miserably. Hurricane hunters, don't call on me. We're not finding them. Oh, wait, you have weather guys back there to tell you, hey, turn this way. So, anyway, welcome aboard. Airbus 319 that's in beta for ToLiss as they work to get the radar working. It should be working, but we're having a hard time finding it in X-Plane 12. It's the roughest time of the year to find bad weather sometimes. We need it good. Those that live in the southeast of the United States, kind of close your ears for a second. We need a good hurricane. No. So we can see how the radar works. That's mean, I know. No, we don't actually. Those folks have been through a lot over the last 10, 15 years. Actually 20. So, but it would sure help to see if it works. I don't want to have to go into historical stuff to see, so. All right, let's see if we have anyone in Discord. Hang on. I'm going to go ahead, come up on Discord. Feel free to join me in voice if you're so daring and challenged. Looking here at VATSIM radar. Yeah, the meat of the storm is east of the airport. Just a little bit of heavy rain to come through. Yeah, we didn't see any of the light stuff that we just passed over. So, all right, well, bummer. All right, this will, like I said, be the only stream tonight. We're not going to pop a surprise like we did last night and fly the King Air. That was fun, by the way. Friday, folks, if you have any ideas of arrival points or takeoff points, head over to our Discord channel. I don't know if I've seen the invite go up here of late, but there is a place where you can make requests, and I would sure love it. I'm done storm hunting. I mean, it's gonna be, we get lucky. So, All right, so enjoy the ATC. Limited will have inbound to Munich. We're right now in the area of Frankfurt. That's all the traffic you're hearing is Frankfurt. There are 4 people on the ground trying to get out. 3 just arrived. 3 more coming in. That's not 2-5. That's 7s. Oh, wait. It is 2-5s. Disregard. Got myself turned around. So, still a little busy there. EDJA. What's that? Memmingen. Huh. Never heard of it. Looking around. So just trying to see where things are, but right now we should be on our own in there. We are 90 miles from top of descent. And if I may, came across a great verse today in my devotion time this morning. It's out of the book of Isaiah. Now, this is Old Testament. One of the big major prophets Jesus talked of, and a lot of the Messiah prophecies that prophesied Jesus is coming 2,000 years ago. This is the Messiah prophet. He has the most under his robe or belt or tunic, however you want to look at it. And the verse of the day that just came up, the grass withers, the flower fades, but the word of our God will stand forever. You know, things may shift from, around us, but one true promise God has given us, he will be the same God as he was yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and tomorrow's. He will not change. And if you go through the Bible, you will see God does not change. The problem comes in, and this is where I had a really great Facebook post that came in. Hang on. I had it ready, but somehow I deleted it. Chuck Swindoll is a preacher here in the United States, so I'm quoting him in one section because it kind of ducktails with that. And it goes like this: there is something both terrifying and thrilling about the genuine openness of God's transformation in you. Here's what it means. It means releasing our death grip. Okay, releasing our death grip on how we think life should look and trusting his plans are infinitely better than our own blueprints, what we think life should be. We've had a whale of a week here in the States with a school shooting, Charlie Kirk's assassination, plus the remembrance of 9/11 24 years ago. It's been a whale of a week. But we have to release our grip on what we think the world is supposed to be and trust. This is where that part faith comes in, that God has it. And it's tough. You have faith. You just don't realize it. You're sitting in a chair, laying in a bed, on a couch. It hasn't collapsed. It's a lot of faith right there. If you don't believe me, there's a movie out there. I love saying this, called The Patriot. I only recommend the first 5 minutes of the actual movie where Mel Gibson is making a chair. Falls apart every time. You're trusting in man to build that chair instead of God. So think about that when you think the world is just spinning out of control. God has a much better plan than any of us could ever dream of. I hope that resonates with you. And God bless you. And you have a great night, great day. All right, we are at the equal time point, which puts us 60 miles out. Let's get over here real quick. Go to landing performance, make sure our numbers and all match as close as we can. And hang on, there's Munich. 270. Okay, first off, we're 2120, 2120. Okay, so the numbers are going to be perfect. Next, don't click activate at this point. I'll explain here in a second. Give me a second. 1018, 10, 18. Temperature 17 there in Munich. Winds are showing 270 at 8. That actually isn't a bad wind for our runway of choice. 26. That's actually pretty good. For this approach, minimums are 200 and feet above the ground, 550 meters visually. All right, we're looking good. 200. All right, we are programmed. Top of descent now. Yep, let me hit perf. 48 miles. Okay. Descending via the ROKIL. Ooh, wait a minute. We need to come across ROKIL below 13,000 and MIQ 5,000 coming down to at least above 5,000. Cool. All right. I'll be honest, I mentioned his name, Charlie Kirk. I really did not know this gentleman. What an evangelist this man was. What a unbelievable man. Watching the videos on Facebook, watching everything I've seen of late. Holy mackerel. I don't know where I know how I missed it. I've sworn off watching the news. So, wow, is all I got to say about this. And it's just a shame. We can't even have conversation in this country. Even if it upsets you, why would you go out and assassinate someone? So it's just, utterly ridiculous. And my heart goes out to his family, his 2 children, his wife, extended family from there. Oh my gosh. And that's what I meant when I said world spinning seems to be spinning out of control. Folks, if you read Revelations, whoa, that one book will have a good commentary or a good something next to you to help where it gets kind of what's going on here. You can kind of see what the meanings are and all, but it spells out the world, gets very chaotic. Has actually during Isaiah's time was very chaotic. I think Israel at that time, I'd have to relook dates and all, was in captivity in Assyria. Not Syria, Assyria. Nineveh, you may have heard that through the book of Jonah and all. But, oh my gosh, wow, what a man, Charlie Charlie Kirk was. So it's just really sad that we take it to those levels. Okay, I see top of descent. Let's get into this now. Definitely keep his family in your prayers, because no one ever should have to go through that. Okay, below 13,000. Hang on, Pigip. Okay, I thought we were getting to that turn. "23 miles, okay. The good thing is it's not a big descent. I'm going to go ahead and start down. All right, flight attendants, we're beginning descent. Ladies and gentlemen, we're beginning our descent into Munich. We've got the seatbelt sign on. Hey, now's a good time. Put in a prediction for the landing. What you think the captain up here will do? I'm going to be overzealous and probably do 380, but I'm putting in 180. So everyone take your seats, put those tray tables up, and buckle up. We do have thunderstorms in the area, so it could get a little bumpy on the way in. Now, those people here in the States that know more about Charlie Kirk, I don't know if I watched something correctly or not about him. Is he from Arizona or from Texas? I got really confused there with all the cowboy stuff going on. I thought he was Arizona by the one thing I watched. Again, I totally do not know much about this gentleman. Sadly taken from us. That's definitely at such a young age. And I'm just curious if any of you out there could chime in on the chat, or if you're on Discord, let me know. Does it make a difference to the story? No. I'm just trying to piece some things together that my ignorance kind of missed. So, but anyway, welcome aboard Flying with Mike. We're about 10 minutes out of Munich, and hope you all have enjoyed the flight. I'm pretty sure we're not going to see any radar returns on the radar scope, as we are starting to get to where the storms were. Yeah, they're pretty much broke up now. Oh, that's Nuremberg. What? Oh, no, I misread. Yeah, they broke up over Munich. So we'll see the clouds, but that'll be probably all we get. Bummer, bummer, bummer. All right, transition level for this airport is, what do we got? 5,000 as well. Okay. And the altimeter one more time. One more time. 3006. Okay. Oh, you're back, friendly. When will you land? According to the clock up there, in about 10 to 15 minutes. We are descending through 19,000 for 10,000. Munich's up ahead. Storms, unfortunately, are not showing on nav graph. Here, I'll bring it up for everyone, what I'm talking about. Nav graph charts coming up. All right, so you can see where we are. We've got these fixes down to ROKIL, then over to MIQ. and then we'll set up for the arrival. These were at one time right here, and oh well, it took a little bit to get out of Cologne, and we missed them. Darn it. Kind of hoping for maybe a little delay. Not gonna happen, I don't think. What is blinking in front of me? Usually it's traffic just out of range. Where am I? First off, where's Munich? There it is. There I am. Yeah, it's just some traffic just out of range. Okay. Okay, real quick show you. We're going to come into ROKIL below 13,000, no faster than 280. Then we'll fly out to Mike, NDB, and then we're going to drop from there to Gudig and come in on the ILS. Okay, constraints are on. Constraints are on in case we have to go to all out. Uh-oh. Be right back. All right, sorry, folks. Then I leave that up for you. Sorry. It's dark. Okay, we'll fix that real quick. All right, go to the next phase, 5,000, 0. Well, you know what? I can just type 5,000. Okay. And that stops the blinking. All right, back to performance. 21 miles to go to 10,000 feet. I'm actually, yeah, 10,000 seems pretty good. Oh, my granddaughter, well, 1.5 years old, took a tumble. So sorry about that, folks. You know, it's just getting that walking and all down. And now she's screaming, which is hilarious, like a dinosaur. But yeah, she's okay. She just took a tumble and back up on her feet after Papa showed up. Poor little kid. All right, here we go. And still they're doing great with her. All right, we're going to start the slowdown process to 250. Remember, the chart said 250 or 280 max. Do I have the 777? No, sir, I don't. That is one of the airplanes I have been tossing about whether to buy or not. along with the Avro 140, BAE 146, and there's another one out there. So, all right, we're gonna keep the descent going. 7,000. No, I do not have the Dash 400. I am perfectly content with the Dash 200 and 300 of the 767 family. Okay. Go ahead and get the lights on now. Seatbelts are on. Here we go. Let's look over here one more time. Do the compute. Perfect. We'll come in low brakes on a 13,000 foot runway. What is that over there? Ooh. Oh, that's the moon. Oh, that looks cool. No lightning, no thunder. No, well, we're not going to hear thunder tonight. Wow, that looks nice. Nope. Yeah, I do know the Flight Factor 777 is a phenomenal product. Hang on. Let's go ahead and continue that down to 5. It just, right now things are really tight. With September, we're hoping to get more subs to help fill the gap and pay the bills, that's some of the bills we have for the stream. So for items like navgraph charts and all some of the fun stuff you guys see, we too have to pay for it. Car dealer went well. Got in and out in the 2 hours, 2.5 hours, and we had the 1.5-year-old, and she did phenomenal in there. There's Munich, by the way, in the distance. So yeah, it was not bad, and got back early enough to pop a quick stream. Not as long as I like to do on Mondays, but hey, we at least got something in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put us to 1018. All right. And real quick, we can slow up. How far out is KUMIK? 12 miles. Yeah, we'll slow to 210 here in just a bit. But thanks for asking. We sure appreciate that, friendly player. That is not 100% true. I don't know their status with the betas and such that we're in now. There is there's a guy out there that would have the answer in a heartbeat. I can't think of the name. Let me see if I have their Discord. Oh. They came out with the A330 200, 200 freighter, 300 and 900s before ToLiss brought out the 900 Neo. And X-Craft, is that it? All right. But yeah, I'll do some digging, and if worst case, I'll ask the guy, hey, what was that A330 site with the, and they're free, by the way, they're free mods of the A330 300 within the X-plane. Not jar design, they are free. And man, I can't remember who was behind them. Right, 210. And definitely going to get the spoilers to work. Actually, we're going to go to 200 spoilers. Well, the A330 is already in X-plane. All right, get this thing slowing. Okay, I can do 210. Like to keep my speed up just in case someone sneaks into the pattern. All right, that means we're at speed. Yeah, let's just kind of pan out real quick before we make the turn. Yeah, nothing. Okay, yeah, we tried. So yeah, the A330 300 in X-Plane 12 is like the base, and then these are mods for it to these different versions. Localizer armed. I'm gonna go ahead and bring us down to 4. Flaps 1. All right, we're going to go ahead and get the brake fan on and set approach. Okay, localizer is engaged, active, and glide slope will be here shortly. Looks like we'll hit it 8 miles out, so let's go ahead, set. What's our approach speed again? 28, okay. Gears coming down. Spoilers armed, gears 3, give me 3 green, come on, there we go. And we're slowing to 1. All right, Munich traffic, Lufthansa 1985, 10-mile final, 26 right. X works, that's it. I believe that's it there, friendly player. And I live in the state of Illinois. Real easy to find. If you find St. Louis, Missouri, I'm right across the river for the most part. Known for the big arch, Gateway Arch, 600-foot arch they built back in '65. Flaps 3. Again, spoilers armed, gear down, seatbelts on. Okay, we're ready to land. Going full with the flaps, here we go. Okay. Flaps full. Spoilers are 3 green. Brakes low. Cleared to land. And again, a bummer, we did not find the thunderstorms. We'll get some eventually. Friday, though, unless we have a good pairing for the A319, we'll be in a different aircraft. Currently, it is 5:24 in the afternoon, early evening. For you, I know it's got to be somewhere near midnight, 1 o'clock if you said you were in Germany. All right. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. How about Tuesday? Don't think the Dateline does that to us yet. Although we do have some people that are followers of both more of YouTube than Twitch, but they are followers here on Twitch from in the Indonesia, Philippines, Japan area, and it is Tuesday after, or what do they call it, morning, afternoon, somewhere in there. So yeah, they already know how our Tuesday is. Because if it's Thursday, I was supposed to be at work. All right, we are taking over. And Munich traffic, Lufthansa 1985 final 426 right. Okay, oh, we got a little bit of a wind. Let's see, we're drifting a little up. Let's push it down.
1,000.
Now with Airbus, don't touch the throttles until it basically says retard. Why? They're constantly adjusting your engines to maintain the speed for the pitch you set. Plus the trim is at work. You can take over and hand fly it, but if you turn the thrust off, it becomes a little more of an airplane to fly. And this is also, nighttime is never good on my eyes. Okay, we're a little low. All right, the cabin knows better. Not going to worry about them. Wish I could get those lights to dim down. Great when you're in bad weather. It stinks when you're not.
100 above.
Ooh, that wind shifted. Shifting about big time.
200. Minimum. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
And Munich traffic, Lufthansa 1985 off 26 right to the terminal. I'll just come right off here, turn into the ramp, find me a gate, call it a night. Pick a gate, any gate. I don't get what that center is here. I want to park over on this side. I don't get that at all. Okay, well. Hopefully the pilots here know what the heck is going on. All right, after landing checks. Okay, let's get the poo started. Ground spoilers up, engine mode normal. How about we get some lights on back there? Let's see. Let's take, take the first one. What the heck? All right, which hash mark to take? Okay, chocks are in. Brakes can be turned off for additional cooling. All right, there you have it, folks. Welcome to Munich. We made it. We didn't see the storms, but yeah, oh well. All right, I believe they should start showing up. Let me turn my dome on. Seatbelts off, beacons off. Yeah, they should start trickling in here soon. All right, let's look at it. Will you stream tomorrow? I really don't know. I go back to work tomorrow, so we'll see how I feel when I come home about this time tomorrow. Oh, that's a nice view. That's not what I wanted. We'll watch the brigades come in. So I don't know, but you know, stay tuned. And you a sick. Welcome. What? Looks so good. It's like Memorex. Welcome in. And thank you for the cheer. We sure appreciate it. Much appreciate it. Friendly player, you have a great night. That's why I'm kind of shocked. In you a sec. What? You're awake at this hour? He's everywhere. Have a good night. God bless to you too, friendly player. All right. I'm going to go ahead. Pardon me. I'm going to get the trucks in here too. All right. Oh, got homework to do. Yikes. Well, good luck to you in your second again. Thank you for the 100 bits. Much appreciated. All right. So they're coming in. Let's pull up Pyrep filed. What did we get? I think we'll see it here. Nope. However, we will here. Recent flight, 207 feet per minute. I think I saw us in that ballpark on Sim Toolkit. So we'll see here in a momento. And I just remembered Smart Cars loves to stay in the system tray. Ugh, don't like that. So I always got to pay attention. All right, let's look at Elevatech real quick. And I am going to get rid of that overlay on top. All right, we departed that gate, arrived Bravo 18. The weather we were hoping to see is now getting close to Vienna. So if we'd have gone there, we might have seen it. Oh, well. It's what you get when you try to bank on the weather. All right, so let's see how we did. There's our flight. 207 at 117 knots, 1.3 Gs. Looks like about right around the 2,000 foot mark down the runway. Feet, not meters. Oh man, we'd be 3/4 of the way down. Only 140 written page to extract it from. Oh man, ouch. Oh, not cool. All right, I'm getting yelled at by a 1.5-year-old, so I got to kind of pick up the pace here. Bear with me. I'm going to kick in the music. All right, let me make that a little readable for you all. Sim Toolkit is the official scorekeeper for Flying with Mike. The whole program, I have yet to find anything that's not free in it. 249, 117 feet a minute. Let's complete it real quick. I was thinking I saw that. Hey, blue skies to you too. And yeah, figuratively. Yeah, I was really thinking about coming out of Manchester somewhere, but I saw this big pocket of bad weather coming into Munich, and that's what chose me that way. That's what I get for thinking. Okay, the full landing report here. 1,900 feet down the runway. 1,900 and 8 feet off the center line. Overall, not a bad landing. So, folks, I gotta run. Blue skies. Nusik, again, thank you so much for the biddies. Nice talking with you there, friendly player. And get some rest. And the rest of you all have a rather great Tuesday ahead of you. It's not that here yet, but it's getting close. God bless you all. We'll see you Friday for sure, if not sooner. Y'all have a great night. God bless.